Salud! So what do the Romanian parliamentary election results on the 1st of December tell us about the likely direction of Romania with respect to the Russo-Ukrainian war and its support of Ukraine? If you're new to the channel, my name is Connor Klein, I'm an expert in international relations, and I have been living in Ukraine on and off for quite a while, both before the 2022 invasion and afterwards. I speak Ukrainian, Russian, and actually Romanian, which is pertinent to this video. I used to be a lawyer at the European Commission, so I'm here to give you a more nuanced, informed, and unique perspective on the geopolitical events surrounding the Russo-Ukrainian war. So, in the first round of the Romanian presidential elections, there was a shock when Cătălin Georgescu, who previously had been polling at under 10%, he actually came in first place. He did not get over 50%, so there will be a runoff against Elena Lascon. And Georgescu is considered, to simplify things, pro-Russian, anti-EU, anti-NATO, while he will face a runoff against a candidate, Lascon, who is pro-EU, pro-NATO, and anti-Russia. Again, just simplifying the positions. And it was a shock because he seemingly came out of nowhere. And in fact, as a far-right candidate, he defeated the leading one from the party that he had actually left, which is called AUR, means gold in Romanian. And Simenon, the leader of that party, actually finished back, I think it was like in 4th place in the election. So that was a big shock. There's a lot of accusations around how Georgescu got so many votes. I'll deal with that in another video before the second round runoff on December 8th. However, in the parliamentary elections, AUR, led by Simenon, came in 2nd place, which is more in line with what the polls have been predicting. The center-left party actually won the elections, or they were the biggest party, and then 2 center-right parties, including Lascon's party, came in 3rd and 4th place. So that all went more in sync with what the polling had suggested. However, what is very interesting, 2 other parties crossed the 5% threshold to enter parliament in Romania, in both the Senate and the Chamber of Deputies, and they are very similar to Georgescu in the sense that the leaders of those 2 smaller parties, they get around 6-7% of the vote respectively, they were also members of AUR and left the party, and they created SOS România and Partidul Oamenilor Tineri, which means Party of the Young People, and both of their leaders are seemingly even more pro-Russian, anti-EU, anti-NATO than AUR and its leader Simenon are, apparently because these politicians all left AUR and created these 2 separate parties. They're now going to enter parliament, and they seem more aligned with Georgescu. So that suggests that definitely there is a minority, a strong and significant minority, that are supporting pro-Russian parties, or you could call them Russian sympathetic or Eurosceptic. But to simplify, we'll put it pro-Russian, anti-EU, anti-NATO parties. And if you combine their votes together, you get around 1/3 of the electorate. So what does all this say about what's happening in Romania with respect to the Russo-Ukrainian war? Well, it seems like AUR, in fact, since it seems to be splintering off with Georgescu now in the 2nd round, who left AUR, and then these 2 smaller parties about to enter into the parliament, it seems like there is a split in this more nationalist part of Romanian society about how pro-Russian, I guess, they are, and how anti-EU and anti-NATO they want to be. And overall, if it is 1/3, it is a huge growth in that sentiment in the country. However, it would suggest that Georgescu will struggle to win the election on Sunday if in the parliamentary elections voters are going and voting about 1 to 2, so about 1/3 of the electorate is voting for that perspective, while 2/3 are still voting for the more, I guess, post-independence, what has become the tradition of being pro-EU, pro-NATO, and worried about Russian aggression and being, in that sense, anti-Russian. So it will be interesting to see what happens on Sunday. One would expect, based on the parliamentary results, that Elena Lascon will win. However, there was a huge shock in the 1st round, so can't be that confident when predicting what's going to happen in the 2nd round of presidential elections in Romania, and it doesn't obviously correlate 1-to-1 that the people who voted for parties, say the center-left, are now going to vote for a center-right candidate like Lescon automatically. We'll just have to see what will happen, and that will all be revealed on December 8th. I'll make another video before then about the second round of the Romanian elections and what to expect, especially all the controversies around Georgescu. And in particular, like, this is a small channel that I've just started. It doesn't have very many subscribers at the moment. Making this video is about 150. However, my video about the Romanian presidential elections first round got a large number of views and an enormous number of comments from Georgescu supporters. If they were real people, if it was written by artificial intelligence or by trolls, who knows, bots, because it got a disproportionate amount of response, which is very interesting, but I will come to that in the video when I discuss it in depth. So I will say on that note, la revedere, which is goodbye in Romanian, and let's see what happens on Sunday.